Mother-in-law buys excessive amounts of clothes and demands video calls through the day. I've been trying to come up with the words for some time, but it always fails me. My mother-in-law started when the twins were born and she was obsessed with the fact they were twins. She would pop up at our new house unannounced with people to show them around the house like she's our agent and then say, "Let me show you my babies," referring to our twins. I had a nice "Hey, please stop popping up" talk and she has listened for the most part, but she went from popping up all the time to buying every little discount clothing she finds and is overbearing with it. Next, she started dressing them and buying clothes that we have to put them on. She takes always holidays by buying clothes when I want to buy them or family match. When I spoke to her she said, "Oh, I'm overstepping," when she noticed she had dressed them for all the holidays and family events, before I said anything, but she keeps doing it. Yet she still calls while she is already on the way to our house unannounced saying she has clothes to drop off for the babies. Mill had a friend that say y'all don't have to buy anything the way she buys all their clothes and she tells everyone she's does it. It's like she wants to be known for it because she babies all her other kids and my wife is the independent one. Mill also demands FaceTime calls throughout the day but morning and before they go to bed is the kicker. She starts off calls with "Where's my babies?" And if she can't reach my wife she will call my phone back to back while I'm working. When she calls all day it feels like a pry session to figure out the ins and outs of our household. It's smothering to the point she feels like the third person in our relationship because she asks intrusive questions. She also comes over our house and complains about us moving stuff or what we bought. She voluntarily tells us where to buy stuff. For example, we bought our refrigerator and bed from her favorite stores. It first felt like she was proud of us, then, it felt like she was living through us. She straight up says, "I don't like that" to things we decorate with or buy. We started off great and she always tells my wife how I do much more than my father-in-law, hands-on with the children, cleaning the house, and able to afford the fancy stuff Mill likes. She's a controlling person by nature but I was always able to just come and go. Now that we live so close to her and had babies, she started being this controlling person via the babies. I'm aware that I'm pissed at her, that there are times I might be overthinking what she does, but she has overstepped several times for sure. I feel bad because she's my wife's mom and I want a relationship with her, but I kind of can't stand being around her now. Comment. Honey, she's not making you do anything, you're doing this all on your own. You and DW need to have a really good talk about boundaries. You say DW is the independent child but it certainly doesn't sound that way. If you're not there, she needs to start standing up to her mother. When you are there, you both need to be on the same page and face her down. Just don't put the children in the clothes that she buys. She's obviously on some sort of ego trip with this. Never let her see them in an outfit that she's bought. Maybe a mark on the label or something so you don't forget. No thanks Mill, we have enough clothes. Please don't buy any more as they'll be going straight to the charity store. And do it. Get in ahead of the game and buy holiday outfits for the children. Oh, you went ahead and bought them a Halloween outfit without asking us? We've already got that sorted. I hope you kept the receipt. Start rejecting her FaceTime calls. Sorry, Mill, it's very inconvenient to be constantly on FaceTime. Your calls are excessive and are really cutting into the time we spend with our children. It's so important to have a healthy family life, don't you agree? Anyway, we've decided that we're going to be cutting it back to one call a week. You choose the day and we'll make the call. You're going to have to be blunt. It's time to have a serious talk with your so and together set boundaries, enforcing them with consequences when your Mill stomps your rules/overstep. No more daily calls. No more uninvited and unannounced visits. She has to wait you invite her to come to your house. Warn her you won't open your door if she shows up. No more clothes as well. Any new ones will be donated to charity/women's shelter. Her controlling behavior is really toxic and at a high level. You have to say stop. Set her into info diet about your life/decisions. No opinion to give about it? Call her out every single time she oversteps, tries to control your life/stomps boundaries. Make her leave your house and set time out immediately. Never cave into any manipulative tactics, guilt trip, family pressure, crocodile tears, blaming you, victim card, etc. If possible, seek for couple counseling to help you. There's also a lot of articles about how to deal with just no me-l behavior in this r/or other similar sub. Do not stay like this. More you let her behave this way, more you allow her to stomp your boundaries, worse she will act and more she will push. This woman is controlling and intrusive. What does your wife have to say about it? You don't mention that at all. Maybe she is just used to it and doesn't really notice the effect it is having on you. The FaceTime thing is really very intrusive. You have a right to your privacy, and so do your babies. As you are a real hands-on father to your babies, you might also have a desire on what you would like your babies to wear to certain events and holidays. I know some fathers that enjoy shopping for their children, including clothes, etc. You really have to have a very direct and blunt conversation with your wife about this. Focus on the behaviors you can't tolerate and how it makes you feel. For example, DW, when your mother demands multiple FaceTime calls every day, it makes me feel very uncomfortable. I feel like I don't have any privacy to just be a dad to my children and everything I say and do is on display. DW, when your mother chooses all the clothes for our babies, it makes me feel like I have no say in raising our babies. DW, when your mother turns up here uninvited, it makes me feel like I don't have any opportunity to just relax in our own home. Ask her how you as a couple can come to an agreement on what is okay and what is too much. Don't be afraid to make sure your feelings are known. She needs to know, otherwise there will just be more resentment than is already there. Ask your wife if her mother's needs and desires should be more important than your own, as a couple. Next story 2. My mother-in-law hates me for a reason, my long-term partner and I are unaware of, but she will not communicate with us. That's about it. We got into a huge altercation yesterday, but I'm not ready to write it out yet as I'm still in shock. I realize nothing is one-sided, but in an attempt to ask for healthy communication in a calm, collected situation, she began raising her voice, cursing, and explaining to me how I may not deserve communication because some things are earned. I may never get an apology from her. The apology I asked for was from a week ago when she gave me a gift she knew I really wanted, but then told me I could only enjoy it for as long as I was with her son. Her son is free to leave me and run to her whenever he wants. That one came out of nowhere. She would buy him a plane ticket to leave me in the next 2 or 3 days if he wanted, etc. It's also important to note that she has made up things about our relationship that she firmly believes, such as seeing blankets in my boyfriend's car and assuming I made him sleep in his car because of the possibility I ran him out screaming. None of that has ever happened, and we both told her that at the same time. I've never raised my voice at him even once in 2 years. I would say that him and I have healthy communication. There has been times where him and I have gotten into arguments where each of us have called our mothers for advice, and then him and I would talk things out. And my mother loves him. My boyfriend also isn't one to tell his mother lies, and I believe that. I would say that farthest he could go is maybe saying things under his breath like maybe I should just sleep in the car tonight or something, but that's a long shot I think, and even then I firmly believe he would take it back shortly after. He's in therapy right now and doing extremely better mentally. I also went through therapy and am on medication. We are no longer on speaking terms with her, on his accord. He told her we were leaving and for her to leave us alone and that she was so aggressive, etc. And actually she followed us all the way to our house. It was kind of creepy. Even pulling into our gated parking garage. I want them to have a relationship. She is his only parent. The only thing she said she doesn't like about me are some things I've said, but she won't give an example. My boyfriend once told me that she said she didn't like it one time when I said I was ready to go in a restaurant, and one time when my grandmother asked what he was going to do for work once we moved, and one time when I jokingly said she could give us one of her 30 stained glass lamps. Which is the one gift she gave me, and then said I could only enjoy it as long as I was with her son. Those are the only things I know of, and she won't tell me anything else. We don't get a single penny from her. My boyfriend said he won't speak to her until she apologizes to me. Him and I have talked all this out, and our relationship is amazing. We love each other and have really good communication at this point in our relationship. We talk things out as they come up. But she hates me. Help. Comment. It sounds like you and your so have a lot of this handled. Good luck on it going well in the future. One thing I would suggest is giving her back the stained glass lamp. At best she is loaning it to you, and at worst she sees it as potential leverage over you. Returning it to her removes the potential leverage and simply takes it out of play as a source of contention between the two of you. He needs to find someone else to confide in, as she can't remain impartial, and where your mum still lives him, she hates you. She can't be objective here. That's her issue, not yours. When someone only comes to you with the negative for advice, then that's the picture they have of you. It sucks, but it's true. I personally don't involve my mother in my adult relationship. Nope. She won't tell you because there isn't anything to tell. It's made up fodder. My sil did this to myself and my husband when we were dating over not her way over something. She made up a bunch of lies, but wouldn't say who told her or what they were because it was all fiction. I want them to have a relationship. She is his only parent. What does he want? If you haven't noticed, she's crazy. Don't try to force a relationship just because she's his mother.